Okay, hello. So, let me just check everything is live. Okay. Seems good. Today, I'm going to be rigging my sunflower so that it will work in Godot along with some animation. This is probably the fifth or sixth time that I've attempted to get this sunflower into Godot. This time, though, I know I'm going to be able to do it because I have done a lot of experimentation off stream and figured out a way to do it. What you're seeing right now is what I created to make it easier for me to do it. But before, I had the entire sunflower with all of its petals. One of the sunflower petals was animated, but the rest were not. And I cleaned it up because I realized this system that I have, where an armature is used for each and every petal, is a problem when you bring that into Godot. You need one armature for all of the animations that you want to play simultaneously for each asset. Because every time you import something with Godot, it gives you one animation player. And in Godot, animation players cannot play multiple animations at the same time. So I am going to use one rig and just duplicate the petals along the rig and then manually hook it up into one rig. That way I can have one Blender animation called action controlling all of the petals at once so that I can just autoplay that animation and have it loop. I'm going to delete that armature. And I'm going to go into edit mode here and then show everything. I want to see through this in front. And I also want it to be like X-rayed. I'm not sure why it's not doing that. Oh, okay. So this is the rig for one leaf or petal. And now I'm going to basically just move all of that around the circle. Let's do 0, 0, 0. And let's clear the parent here. There we go. Okay, so I basically want to move this up. That's right there. Let's see the names. So I have mech in, mech out, the deformation using separate bones that are just confined to a bendy bone. Because Godot does not accept bendy bones. What I'm not seeing here is the root. Where is the root? Right there. Oh, there is no root. It's just mech in. Okay, so that makes things a little easier. I'm gonna go into edit mode, duplicate this, and bring it down, and rename it lead. Go into pose mode. let's edit this. Weird. Oh, the widget collection? Oh. Somewhere along the way, my widget collection got removed. So strange. Guess I can just redo this. Yeah, okay. Seems good to me. This one will be a circle. I will rotate. Okay. Let's do right on X. There we go. This seems good. And it makes me think, normally, my collections, my bone collections, assign deforms and widgets, controls, mechanism bones. But I'm wondering if I should just do one collection for each petal. I think doing it the way I'm already doing it is better. Hi, Tommy! Today I am re-rigging this sunflower so that it will work in Godot. I've come pretty far with getting my 2D, 3D combination art into Godot. A couple things I've done so far are I've created a mesh in this shape. I've created a plane in the shape of my texture and then used this material, simple material, that basically projects the texture onto the plane and removes the background, so it's transparent. It's just the texture is all you see. So that's how I've gotten my 2D textures on there. That's also how I got this 2D texture on here. And the rest is 3D using this material. You'll notice it's really tiny. This is a 64 by 64 texture, which means the file size is incredibly small, but you can't really tell because it's on a 3D model. So yeah, I've been refining my process and figuring out how it'll work, not only in Blender, but in Godot, and as optimized as possible. That's what I've been up to. Yeah, the mystical Godot. Right now, I am attempting, and I think I'll be successful because I've done stuff like this before. I am attempting to create a rig for all of the pedals. Previously, I already had everything rigged, but it was through each pedal had its own armature. And that was a problem putting it into Godot, because Godot only gives you one animation player per import. So the animation player wasn't able to play the animations for each and every pedal at the same time, because it only has one animation player. If I instead create the pedals all under one armature with many different setups all in the same thing, then I can animate them into one action so that it only is one animation in Godot, so they can all play at the same time. So that's what I'm up to now. On your Amazon Echo. What is an Amazon Echo? Oh, it's like a tablet. That's cool. Yeah, I feel like it could potentially be a mobile game. I'm not sure. It's all gonna depend on how intense the program is. If it's like taking too much resources or not. It's all gonna come down to the art. And if the art that I'm making attempts to make the art really efficient. But if it is too much, anyway, then I wouldn't be able to make it work on mobile. Who knows? Let's say that this is here. So now I'm going to place these petals right. Okay. So this is going to be detailed petals. And this is going to be mature. This is okay. Okay. There we go. And then simple. Good. Now I'm just going to duplicate these. What is this? CES. See anything cool from CES? What could that be? don't know what that is. There we go. Looking over that. The Vegas Commercial Entertainment Showcase. Oh, I didn't know what that was. Did you see anything cool from CES? I never even heard of that before. Entertainment Showcase. It's kind of cool. Oh, I'm not playing any music. Let me put some music on. Let me put some music on. All music packs. There we go. Oh. That's pretty cool. Robots and vacuums that talk. It's cute. Oh. That's great. Okay, so those are the detailed petals. They're in the detailed petals collection, and then the simple petals will go in the simple petals collection. Pretty good. Save this. Yes, I actually already had it fully animated, and it is on my Blue Sky. So I can show you what it's gonna look like. Does Blue Sky require you to sign up to look at posts? Surely not, right? No. Okay. It's like, so this is what it's going to look like. This, what you're seeing right now, was the original creation in Blender. I retouched it up a little bit, and I completely changed. So that's all grease pencil, what you're seeing. And you see all those different armatures? Yeah, we're gonna make them all into one armature today. Yeah, so that's what you were seeing. And then today I'm gonna make it so that it'll go into Godot. Yeah. So far that's what we've done. Hi Nay, welcome. How are you doing? I was just explaining, but I didn't fully explain, that today I am making this sunflower so that it will go into Godot, animations and all. I've done some work figuring out how to make that happen. One of the things I figured out was to get grease pencil on in a 3D environment in Godot. The best way to do it is to create a plane in the shape of your texture, the outside shape, and then use this material. Take your image texture, take out the transparent parts of your image texture from the material of the plane, and then this simple texture transfers straight into Godot. There's no problems there. So I figured that out, and I also figured out that I was making my textures unnecessarily large. So this is a 64 by 64 pixel texture, and it is what is used to color this entire, both of these 3D objects. And it still looks good, even on zooming in, even though the texture is so small. So I've been working on it. Anyways, now we're doing the whole thing and animating it in a way that will go into here. That's good. That's good. It's good to do okay. Yeah, what's up? That's good too. This is good, because this fills in spots. Let's put this up here, because it's number 1. Today during GDQ... Wait, is this a meme? Is their name really Dr. Doot? It is a meme. You know, there was a time when Lise, who you might remember, who has a YouTube channel called Hyper Game Dev, she does a lot of stuff, and she's my friend. And she was doing a... It's not a meme, it's real? That's crazy. That's cool. She was doing a Humble Bundle, like, affiliate thing. So I actually do have Elden Ring because I bought it through her affiliate link to help her channel out, and also because I wanted Elden Ring. So I can play Elden Ring. There's no way I'm ever gonna do a saxophone percent. Um, or any percent for that matter. I think it'll just be an achievement enough for me to finish the game. But I will stream it. I can't answer when. I can't. I just can't. I'm loving Marvel Rivals so much right now, and I'm surely not going to stream it on YouTube. It would be on Twitch. Marvel Rivals has taken me some really fun places. I've started solo queuing, and it's fun. I have a lot of fun. And I might stream that. Marvel Rivals really took me by surprise. I wasn't expecting it to be so fun. It's really fun. Even solo queue is like really fun. So I might be doing that. Elden Ring will happen eventually. Yeah. I believe it. Carry Lane, carry. Right now, Danny Kaka is doing a 12-hour stream. So today's stream will be a little bit short because I want to go play Valheim with him and help him through his 12-hour stream. But my goal today is to finish rigging this sunflower. So I'm hoping to do that within 2 hours. And tomorrow, I've been working on things on the side, for tomorrow. Most notably, I figured out a really cool method for creating my ground platform textures. In Inkscape, have SVGs where I drew the platforms. And I save them as a texture. This PNG is a 10K texture. It's 13,823 by 10,328. Huge image. And so I put this into the texture slot of a sprite. And it almost freezes Godot because of how big it is. And then I have this. And there's a reason why I'm using such a huge image, because it's so finely detailed. Because that makes it easier for Godot when I go into here, convert to polygon. I mean, it still takes forever. But I'm converting this into a polygon so that I can remove the texture. So the ground in my game isn't going to have a texture at all. It's just going to be shapes. So that's really going to help, I think, optimization. Let's move this over. There we go. And I like to move over to an edge and see, is this good? It looks like, grow 0, simplification 2 seems to work out in my tests from before. It takes a long time to update preview and do things. Yeah. So then I create Polygon 2D, go into here, texture, remove it, and then just set the color to black. And because the ground in my game is just a solid color, I don't need textures, I just need the points. And it's cool because there's no way to take the information from Inkscape and just bring it to Godot, but this is the alternative that I found. I didn't copy a YouTube video or anything. I just figured this out on my own, which is nice. Feels good to figure things out sometimes on your own. And it looks good. No. Well, you'll just have to take my word for it. It looks good. I don't want to save all this yet as scenes. So I want to do that tomorrow and organize my level. Okay. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. Yeah, I'll try to send you a message on Discord, May. Okay, so now I have all of the petals. I think I need vertex groups, yeah? What I'm worried about right now is putting bones. Because these petals are so close together, it might take these deformation bones and affect the other petals. I know that there is a way to fix it, so I'm just going to just duplicate them and worry about that later. Let's actually just try to do 2. Yeah, let's just try to do 2. This will be right here. Yep. Duplicate. Seems right. Okay, so then when it comes to parenting, let's do automatic weights. Let's do the same thing with this. And let's do the same thing with this. Now let's go into pose mode. So it is happening. Okay. So, let me see here. I need to go to the armature modifier. Vertex group. Yeah, I need a vertex group. Why are these called based on the names of the bones? Bone collections, widgets. They're bone collections. I forget how to assign It's not an object. I could have sworn vertex groups were on the mesh. In the data tab, that's what I thought it was. Oh look. Oh, here it is, vertex groups. Wow, look at all that. Seems to me like, let me just try this. So this leaf has 9, 10, 11, 8? Why does that look weird? But what's the one leaf? Oh. I think deformed leaf is the bendy bone. Seven, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 17 is here. Doesn't look quite right, but maybe that's better. No. Well, wait, actually. Yeah, okay. So these ones are no longer affecting that petal. But this one is still, it seems to be bending fine to me. So this might work. It's a little janky. I wonder if there's a way to lock. What if I hide? Okay. What if I hide the bones that I don't want to get assigned weights before I assign the weights automatically with the parenting? So I'm going to go into edit mode. It's a little janky, but it's less janky. Okay, so I hit all that. And now I'm gonna go back to object mode. Boom. And if this doesn't work, I think I can change the deforms. Okay, so now if I go into pose mode, I'll wiggle this one. No, it doesn't matter if they're hidden. Okay, so now my second idea. I think lasso selection is a little bit better for this. And now I'm gonna go to armature, bone settings, deform, disable. So now, in this armature, the only one that has deform is this one. There might be problems with this too. Okay, that's good. Yes. Now what I need to work is now if I... Oops. If I go into here, I need to be able to select these. Okay. And then... let's disable. And now I need to enable these. And now, if I parent this with automatic weights, then I go into pose mode. It's just that one. This doesn't work, but what happens if I go back into here and I re-enable the deformation of these? Does it remember the vertex groups? I think it might. So let's re-enable the deformation. No. Doesn't remember. It does it over again. Maybe I should be duplicating the bones and the leaves. So I should rig one leaf and then duplicate it already rigged and parented. Hi, Game Dev Gary. So, off stream, I figured out a lot of things on how to get my sunflower into Godot. I figured out how to texture it better, and I figured out how to get the grease pencil and turn it into planes with transparent background image textures. And those two things made it so that my sunflower can be in Godot. The sunflower also had an animation, and the animation looked like this. This was done with the grease pencil and everything, so of course I had to get rid of the animation. And I redid everything with planes and everything. Thank you. But when I tried to import this into Godot, it didn't work because grease pencil does not transfer into Godot. And the old way that it was rigged, as you can see here, is with many, many different armatures. So this is like 20 armatures. And although they all transfer into Godot, because each import from Blender to Godot gives one animation player, they can't all sway at the same time because they're different animations because they're different armatures. So right now, I'm in Blender trying to recreate the sunflower under one armature. Everything under one armature. That is what is going on now. If I'm able to do that, we'll be able to put it all into Godot. So, my current theory is the best way to get the weight painting on these planes correct is to rig one of them with automatic weights, parent it, and then duplicate the parented pedal. So let's see here. Let's clear parent, and then let's reparent it with automatic weights. Now if I go into pose mode, something went wrong here. And I think it is that this needs to be clear parent. There we go. Unfortunately, I have to delete all of these. Delete. Okay. Is it possible to create a Sunflower Animation Manager script that plays all the animations in sync? Not with one import. I mean, maybe. The import gives you one animation player. There are animation trees in Godot, which maybe could do that. And maybe if I want to make edits to an imported thing, I have to save it as a unique scene, which is something you can do. So I guess it would be possible to change the animation player into an animation tree, because that will be able to handle multiple animations at once. I looked into it, it looked kind of confusing to me, and I didn't really understand it very well. Additionally, if I can make 20 animations into one animation, something in me, I don't know if it's accurate, but it's probably accurate. It just seems like it's better to have just one animation for each object. Yeah. So I'm thinking that if I can get this correct, this will be better in the long run as well as just for this. Yeah. So... the issue is, how am I going to duplicate this now? Okay, I think what I have to do is go into edit mode here. Oops. I could have sworn I had. Maybe it's per mode. Okay. There we go. And then in this inspector, shift click this. Oh, wait. I don't want to. Yeah. Okay. And I want this detail. Here we go. Oh, maybe it's control click. Control click. Yes. And now duplicate. But it didn't bring the pedal. Okay, I have a new idea. I'm going to duplicate this. Yeah. Duplicate Y2. Then I'm gonna go into here. Weights. And now, because they're so far apart from each other, they shouldn't be messed up. Then I can... Uh-oh. Okay. Then I can do this. And then in theory... Now, this deform is weighted properly, and so is this deform, and they're not affecting each other. That is the way to do it. Okay. So... 1, 2... How many do I need? I don't even know. 2, 3... 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. Let's say 11. So let's give this pedal... I don't like the way I'm doing this. I like where this is going, but I don't like what's happening right now. This. Get rid of that. Alt-P. Clear parent. Add modifier. Array modifier. Let's do 11. Constant offset. 0. 2. Negative, I guess. Okay. Apply. Interesting. Oh wow. We were on the same page, weren't we? It's an empty at the center. Oh, I see what you're saying. No. Oh, no. No. No, that's not gonna help me. What I'm doing right now is I am separating the petals far apart from each other so that the bones that have deform qualities do not influence individual petals. I want each stretchy bone to affect each petal, and it's easier to use automatic weights when they're separate from each other. After I do them in this like far apart way where the automatic weights will work and not get messed up, then I will move them into place manually. Because if I place them first, then they're all too like close together, so the deforms are going to be like kind of overlapping. Yeah. That's what's going on. Yeah. Okay. I don't like the last element. Let's go back to box. Duplicate Y2. Duplicate Y2. 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 2. 2. Interestingly, when I did an array modifier, it took it from separate objects all into one object, which I think is better too, because it's only the one texture being used on one mesh. It's just the mesh has more points. I think this is better. Yeah, I want to reuse the weights from the original, but I don't know how to do that without separate armatures. Yeah. Anyways. Okay. Oh wow. Okay, Control P with automatic weights. Pose. Yep. So these are all separate now. And then hopefully if I move this... So let's say I move this here. Yes, they are not affecting each other. Just great. Okay. So I want these to be slightly in front. Like this. Let's say 0.05. Sure. And then that means for every other one here, I'm gonna GX 0.05. GX 0.05. Okay. And now I can place them. I wish I could move this to the left. It's just... I know that it's like to not conflict with this, but... It's a minor complaint. It looks so messy, doesn't it? Let's, There we go. Get rid of those names. I'm doing this in pose mode, so I'm gonna want to set this as the rest pose and keep the transforms. So actually, let me just test if that's actually gonna work. It should work. Pose, apply pose as rest pose. Pose, apply. Pose. Add visual transform. Maybe this is it. Edit mode. Pose mode is moving the pedals where I want them. Edit mode won't move the pedals with it, because the pedals are just on the armature. So pose mode is moving everything together. I think something like it. I'm noticing that. I mean, it's probably okay, because frame 1 is... Yeah, it's probably okay to just leave it like that. But I know that... Oh, rest position. Do I go here? There's a way. I know there is. Is that it? Maybe it is edit mode? No. No, I don't think it is. I might have to look this up again. I've done this before, I think. Last pose is rest pose. I thought it was just this. Apply the current pose as the new rest pose. But keep the transforms. First, apply the mesh objects armature deform modifier. If you really want to preserve the mesh as it was posed before applying the pose, first apply the mesh's object. I don't want to apply. No, I can't do that. If I apply the armature modifier, then that loses the waypoints that I carefully put into place. If I go into edit mode, yeah, the leaf isn't falling. Oh, well, maybe... What if I go into pose mode now? Yeah, no, the leaf's not falling. Control A, select them all. Oh, yeah, that's the same thing as this. Nice. Thanks for trying to help, though, yeah. I selected. Custom properties. Assign the current values of custom properties. Oh, this doesn't have any custom properties. Okay. You know, I could... Okay. What happens if I pose, apply as rest pose, and then I object mode, and then move edit mode, and then move this. Like this. Right? Now if I go back into pose mode, yeah, the deforms are still correct. So if I really want the petals to be in the right place, then I can just use edit mode on the mesh. Okay. Do I really want that? The right on the edge, yeah. You know, I have a certain thing that I want to do, and I'm not gonna settle for anything else. Yeah. I think I do want to do that. I think I do. Okay. I'm not gonna set it as the rest pose yet. Okay. Okay. It looks like I guessed the exact right amount of petals. I got good estimation eyes. Okay. So now it is Control A, as I was shown, apply pose as rest pose, object mode, edit mode, and now I'm going to place these leaves. So I'm going to select every other leaf, petal, whatever they're called, and I'm going to move them on X by 0.05. Oh. G, X, 0.05. There we go. Now I'm going to put them in place. I can resize them a bit. As ever, I would want them to be resized. Maybe this one will be a little smaller. Nice. Yep. They are moving individually. Slight changes. Looks like this one needs to be a little bit too. Nice. It looks cool with them all in one. I wonder what's happening there. Oh, those two. It's only those. Edit mode. What happened here? That wasn't happening before. Whoa. I don't know what caused that. I don't know. Is there some weird parenting? Let's move this. There we go. Okay. Now I need to do the same thing with the simple petals. So G, Y, 2. Let's G, Y. Okay. And now I'm going to edit mode. Okay. What is causing that? Something is parented. That's the only thing I can think. Like, something is parented that shouldn't be parented. Does this have relations? No, this doesn't have relations. Does the armature have the relations? No. It might be It might be the bone constraints. It has an armature constraint. What is this using? F008, is that what this is? There's Deathleaf 8. Deathleaf 8 isn't on this list. It's gotta be, right? Yeah, I think it is. So what's wrong is sometimes I'll do something. Maybe like rotate this and go to edit mode. And then it'll like, everything will go crazy. And I think it's the... I think it's the bone constraints, but maybe it, I don't know. I don't know if it should be the bone constraints though. That doesn't really make sense because I duplicated them. The duplicated bone constraints, they shouldn't interfere with each other. Yeah, that's object mode. What if I... Yeah, I mean, that is the rest pose. Yeah, it is rest pose. So I do like a change here. Go to object mode. Edit mode, and then object mode. Yeah, it's not a problem unless I go to edit mode and then to object mode. Even though I don't do anything in edit mode, just going to edit mode and then object mode. So if I don't do anything in pose mode, if I go to edit mode and then object mode, yeah, I don't even have to do anything in pose mode. It's just going to edit mode. Yeah. So here it's fine, right? I'm in object mode. You know, I can move it around. But then if I go to edit mode, don't touch anything, object mode, then they all go crazy. They're 87. Oh no, that's bones. Okay, that makes sense. Oh yeah, that's true. I should. if you right-click the blender icon. I'm just gonna close it. Something just happened. I heard a sound. TJ Spears, welcome. Thank you for the raid. Hello. Let me give you a shout out. What were you working on? Today I am doing Blender stuff for Godot. So I am making a sunflower in Blender. There was a lot of grease pencil attached to this, but I converted it to meshes and image textures. And I'm just doing this so that it'll work in Godot. Oh, nice. That's good. Yeah, thanks. Today the goal is just to get this sunflower all how I need it. Wow, look at that. Oh, wow. Everything got messed up. Even though I didn't save it. Let me check something. Is this fine? Let's turn all of these off. Pose. What about clear transform? What about A? Pose. Apply. Pose against pose. Oh. Oh, look at that. So the rest pose. Oh. The rest position is still good. Something is going on with keyframes. And that's why switching modes was being a problem. So somehow my movement and rotation that I use to put the pedals in place is being applied twice. So I think all I have to do is clear all of the keyframes. So delete all the keyframes. And now everything is fine. Oh no. Ah, not everything is fine. Yeah. Yeah, it took me... I've been working on the sunflower, because this is the first, this is my first time really getting the art style that I really want in my game, and trying to figure out how to make that happen in Godot. So I've been making this sunflower for like a month. I work every week, and in between weeks a little bit. Yeah, just, you know, there's making it, there's figuring out rigging. I had to teach myself how to rig stuff, all that stuff. But it's all worth it. So what if How do I reset? How do I reset the pose to the rest pose? That's gotta be something I can do. Reset to rest pose. Blender. Clear rotation. Oh, I just got a clear. Okay. Okay, so that's actually not a big deal. Just some things got moved around. Yeah, just things got moved around. So that's fine. It was a little scary, but it's fine. Okay. I just had to clear rotation, transformation, and stuff. It was a good thing that I set the rest pose as I did. Let's get rid of these names. They're really cluttering things. Now I can continue. So now I'm going to do the same thing that I did for the detailed petals, and I'm going to do for the simple petals so I can put them in the back. So I want to use automatic weights, so I'm just going to go to edit mode. Select as much as I can. Duplicate. Rotate. Like so. Okay, everything seems good here. And now I'm going to put in, let's get rid of this. Alt-P, clear parent. Let's give this an array. Constant offset -2. Why is that angled? I guess it... No, that does matter. Okay. Oh, well that didn't help. I think I moved this in object mode, which is the problem. So, what if I... Oh, and then, okay. There we go. And how many do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. Okay, now let's go to edit mode. So right now I am rigging these leaves with a simple, like, stretchy bone setup. I don't know how familiar people are with rigging in Blender. Now I have all of these petals, and I can pick this mesh, shift to the armature, control P, automatic weights. Now if I go to pose mode, these petals are only assigned to each other. They're not affecting each other because when I parented them, they were spread out enough that the automatic weights will work. Now I take the root and the top control, and now I put them into place. I think what I'm gonna do first is move these back, backwards. So let's do, well, it's kind of hard to see how far back I want them, but this seems maybe the best. Let's move them backwards so that they're not in the way. So then if I move them, like, I'm not going to keep it like this, but if I do this, good, they're behind. And then now they are rigged. So now I want to put them in place. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to start placing them. Okay. I want to hide. Oh. I want to hide them. So, oh, I have to go to edit mode to hide them. Now I go to post. Oh, they're back. Oh, okay. I just pressed the wrong button before. Okay, now let's place them. Can I... I like that for now. It's hard to see. Wait, wire? Wire is the best. I want to be able to see what I'm doing. There we go. Oh! Oh, there's two? There's two here. Uh-oh. Oh, no. You have to redo that one. I think everything is fine. Yeah. And then... yeah, these still work. What is this? It's so low. There we go. Okay. Pose. I want to select the first pose. And then no. The center is off. Fix that. Actually, see how it looks in Godot. Oh, I guess I didn't save it. Let's save it. Whoa! But it worked with the... Oh, okay. Oh, okay. It's probably just because I'm not done. And it's got, like... Yeah, that makes sense. They all just have to be together. It doesn't like it when they're off screen. Okay, that's fine. Because of the way the texture is. The black dots and the lines look really cool. It almost makes me wish that... Well, I don't want that to be how it looks in my game, but it looks really cool. I don't know, there's something nice about it. Only when you zoom out, it's like really nice. Oh, I don't want to go into sculpt mode. Yep, so it's doing that thing. So, Alt R, Alt G, Alt S. Nice. H. H. Whoa. That looks crazy in edit mode. Let's go back to Godot. Whoa. Nice. My animation is like super zoomed out. There we go. Let's save this. Look at Godot. There we go. This does not look good. Uh-oh. Why is that happening? Sure. It looks like the... No. In Blender, the rest position is correct. Let's hide that. It might be because they're overlapping. It's kind of tough to select the bones, too, because they're all in one. They look fine from like a certain angle, but then they don't. Really sure what's going on with that. Let me look at Blender, Sunflower. It looks fine like this. So simple. There is some, like, problems with their overlapping. I don't know. I don't really know. Let me try closing Godot and opening Godot again. That sometimes helps. Because from where I'm looking, everything's fine. You know, it might be that the bones are on top of each other, and it doesn't like that. It shouldn't be a problem, though. Let's definitely get rid of in front. Go back to before. There we go. Maybe I can move this back a little. Doesn't really help. It almost looks like it's getting deformed. Like the bones are twisting it. It's not actually what it looks like. It's like some sort of optimization thing. Might be like a Godot setting, like a Godot optimization setting. One more thing I can try is, let's hide the detailed petals, go into pose mode, and make sure that these, edit mode, oh god, no, edit mode for this. L. Oh. And then GX 0.5. Oh. 0.5. And now the overlapping is less of an issue. Maybe it's because they're on top of each other. Doesn't help. Fact. No, it didn't make it worse either. Display. Multiple threads. I don't see a problem with that. I don't know what that even means. Let's go to this. Per pixel. Allows per pixel transparency for the window background. I don't think that's what I need. Yeah, I do not know what the problem is. Interestingly, it's only these petals. And the other ones don't have an issue. If I put the other ones behind and these ones in front, so let's do that. GX 0.5. I'm gonna do this. Oh, and then save it. No, these ones are still fine. It's something to do with these simple. It doesn't matter that they're behind. Maybe it is just because they're overlapping each other too much. Let's just make them not. Oh. I mean, these are technically overlapping still, but the other ones are overlapping too, so it should be fine. These textures are no longer overlapping. I mean, that's better all of a sudden. Still not good though. No, but it can't just be that because... So let's get rid of it and then go to close detail. Yeah, these ones are overlapping too. So it's not that. I don't think it's animation. Maybe it's because there's no animation. Should be fine though. Yeah, it's gotta be a Godot thing. Because it looks fine until I zoom out. How does it look? How does it look in the playtest? Oh yeah, it still looks messed up in the playtest. Something is weird. I think it's the way that it's being rendered. Something is wrong. Like it's trying to save on performance or something. And I don't know, what's this? Visibility range. Oh, it disables the range check. Okay. Visibility. Visibility parent. Because, I mean, technically it is really far back there. What if I move this closer, like to the camera, and then like scale it down? Is that gonna be better? No, it doesn't look like it. Maybe. See, but that kind of messes with me. Although that did fix it. Oh no, it doesn't. It's something with the, like, optimization. Godot is doing something there. That loses. This is pretty tough because I don't really know much about how rendering happens. Compression. Let's try. The default compression level for the standard affects compressed scenes and resources. Higher levels result in smaller files at the cost of compression speed. Decompression speed is mostly unaffected. I think this is not occlusion culling. Like ambient occlusion? I need to figure out what is occlusion culling. This is crazy because now I have to look up every single term just to figure out what's going on. Occlusion culling is a technique used in 3D group computer graphics. Increase rendering performance by not rendering geometry as outside the view frustum or hidden by objects closer to the camera. So it might think that it's hidden by other objects. Can I tell it that that one object is not? Oh, occlusion culling isn't even on. So I don't understand. Occlusion culling sounded like what was happening. What if I turn it on? Let's just add more problems. No. Not a problem. High-end renderer designed with desktop devices have higher base overhead that scales with complex scenes. Not suitable for older devices. Driver limits. Geometry. Changes how quickly the mesh transitions to a lower level of detail. Ah, LOD bias. That's what I need. So actually this needs to be pretty high. 10 seems to be good. At least for now. Maybe 15 just in case. Okay, so LOD bias changes how quickly the mesh transitions to a lower level of detail. A value of 0 will force the mesh to its lowest level of detail. A value of 1 will use the default settings, and larger values will keep the mesh in a higher level of detail at farther distances. Useful for testing level of detail transitions in the editor. And now, if I go to my playtest, it's going to look fine. Okay, so I need the LOD to be higher for those. Okay. That's pretty reasonable. It was pretty hard to find. But it's kind of an intuitive concept in itself. So I'm not too mad about it because I was able to get there. I was able to figure it out. Let's do a GitHub commit so that I can write that down. Oh wow, there's a lot that I didn't commit. A lot of art. Okay. Added some art and sunflower is fully rigged. Added more art. Sunflower is rigged. Just needs to be animated. Okay. I didn't write the LOD thing down. Oops. That's okay. I feel like that's such an important concept that I don't need to write that down. I'm gonna need that over and over again, so it's gonna get drilled into me. Animating this is gonna be a little bit of a pain. Okay, let me go. I have to go into pose mode. Alt-H. And let me get rid of deforms and bendy bone. Okay, that's less of a pain. At least I can see what I'm doing now. Okay. Auto keying is on. The keying set is location and rotation. So I'm just gonna go ahead and yeah. It looks like they have keyframes. Okay. So let's do I have 240 frames. And I want it to go back and forth. So middle, left, middle, right, middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that correct? Pretty sure it was I was going by 60s. So it should be 4. So maybe it should be left, middle, right, middle, left. Middle, right, middle, left. Yeah. I did, Game Dev Gary. it was not technically a glitch once I figured it out. There's a property of all 3D meshes in Godot called LOD bias, level of detail bias, and I found it in the Mesh Instance 3D Properties tab. And by increasing this number, it increased the level of detail at farther distances, which made it so that the petals did not lose detail and start looking like a jumbled mess. And that's how I solved it. So it was completely just a Godot thing. Yeah. Good to learn, good to learn. I like learning things. Yep, now I am animating. Because I successfully transferred everything into one animation player. Or into one armature. So now this is all happening in one action. Which means that when it goes into Godot, it should all be able to just be played as one animation. Animation is fun, isn't it? It's after you've done all the heavy lifting. Although animation can also be heavy lifting in itself. Very complicated. But it's nice to think to like move things around. Feels very kinesthetic. There was a surprising amount of things that I had to figure out today. I really did think that rigging this sunflower was going to be easy, because I had rigged things like it before. But what I didn't account for was the closeness of all the pieces, and how the automatic weights wasn't something that was just going to work right off the bat. But we did get there. And I'm sure there's like a better way to get there too. Like I think maybe the way that I did things wasn't the only way to do things. And potentially the way that I did things might not even work in some situations. Is this... yeah, it's going right now. Yeah. Absolutely. That's crazy that we ever got to this place where I can do a sunflower postmortem, because this is the very first thing that I created in my art style outside of the old game that I used to play, Dreams. So accomplishing that feels really good. And it's not just that it's just made in my art style, it's also that animated, rigged, and imported into Godot in my art style. Which is a lot of things, which is really, really satisfying. Because even if you have a art style that you kind of feel like is yours, it's hard to recreate it in a new program. Okay. It's weird. Can I go to Dochi and then... I really want to see everything. Action editor. Maybe I could take the summary and copy it. No, that's only going for that one. I'd previously settled with myself to not use bendy bones in my rigs, specifically because I thought they couldn't export to Godot, but you proved me wrong. That's good. It's good to see new things, yeah. So watching you has helped me grow as well. I'm glad that it's given you something, Game Dev Gary, for sure. I am definitely going to be doing like a lot of learning, and I know my streams are maybe boring, maybe not for you because you're sticking around, but yeah, I'm not a very, like, I'm not here to entertain, really, but, you know, I'm glad to hear that you're getting some benefits from, you know, watching, and you seem like pretty passionate about making things. Because not many people would stick around for a boring thing. Even if they know they might learn stuff. Yeah. Let's see. It looks like no matter what I do, like, I don't know how to make all of the bones in this armature appear here, so I can just copy and paste it over. I thought it was this. Include channels from objects / bone that are not visible. That's not really what I want. Oh, look here, okay. So I have to uncheck, so the default is only shows selected. So I have to uncheck that. And now... How can I make this? Areas. Oh. Here we go. So now I want to do this. Oh! I thought I just copied all of the copy. Paste. Ah. Why aren't they all being copied? What about duplicate? Here we go. And then now if I do this, there we go, there we go. And now I want it to default back to standard. So this will be 120 or 139. And now there we go. So now if I go to the timeline and play, then my sunflower is animating. And it's got a nice loop too. Okay, I might adjust the animation later. But this seems good. Now I need to tell the animation player to play. Petal detail. Why are there more? I think I have some extra animations. Let me go to the dope sheet action editor. I think this is what I want. Yeah. Sunflower rig action 1. And then, so what is... Okay, well then, get rid of that. And petal simple, get rid of that. And then, get rid of that. Oh, jeez. I need to go into the Blender file, actions, and get rid of this. Delete, delete, maybe delete this too. Yeah, so now there's only one action. Now if I go to the timeline and press play, everything is good. Let's go back here. Oh, let's save this. Get rid of those extra action files. And then open this back up. And now this has one animation. Wonderful. Now in the pre-import scene, I can tell it to loop. And in the script, I can tell it to play on ready. So I'm going to go to animation, right here, animation player. And I'm going to tell it... Or maybe I have to go to action. Yeah. Go to the action. Linear loop. Re-import. And then in the background script, sunflower rig action. Oh. Animation part. Play. Sunflower. Rig. Action. 001. Okay. There it goes. We did it. We imported a sunflower that is animating into Godot. Wonderful. And if I go into my playtest, which uses a sub-viewport to display the 3D animation, we will see it actually animating. Oh, it's so subtle. The petals are moving different, too, than what I remember them doing. They're, like, rotating. Is that what's happening in the blender? No, it's not. Wonderful. Yeah, the animation isn't exactly the same. It's not different in a way that makes me dislike it, really. It's kind of cool the way... But, I mean, it's a problem that it's different, because who knows how it's different, why it's different, and what future things I make that I don't want to be different will be different. So that is a problem. Interesting. Okay, well, I think that is good enough, though. For now, for sure. It's not different in a huge way. It's animating. And that is one of the most complicated rigs I'm gonna do. I don't really see myself making more complicated rigs than that. So maybe this isn't gonna be a problem. Tomorrow, I will be back, and I will be doing some actual making of a level. I have level pieces that I've made in Inkscape, and I'm gonna bring them into Godot in a way that basically makes it so that I don't even need textures at all for my ground to save on optimization. Zero texture. Not small texture, zero textures. So that'll be interesting. I figured out a way to do that off stream. I also kind of showed it earlier in this stream. I'm going to end the stream here. Thanks for the raid, TJ Spears. And thanks for hanging out, Game Dev Gary. Yeah, I'm gonna end the raid. Thanks for hanging out, Nay. Donnie came through. Yeah, this was fun. So I'm gonna end the YouTube stream now. Bye-bye.